Hey y'all, it's Dave. I'm back again, and if you haven't noticed, I got a backpack. Got all my gear. So this is gonna be my first backpacking trip overnight ever. I'm out here in Alabama. I guess probably just southwest of Birmingham, maybe south of Anniston area. This is I'm at the High Falls Trailhead. Today I'm doing 10.4 miles from the High Falls Trailhead up to the summit of Mount Cheaha. I guess that's how we say it here. I don't know. Going up there, and then I will come back maybe a mile or two to get back on the Pinhoti Trail. The Odum Trail intersects the Pinhoti Trail, probably about 7 miles or so up. And then the last 3 miles are on the Pinhoti Trail to the summit of Cheaha, and then I will come back to the Pinhoti Trail, set up camp overnight, and then hike the remaining, I don't know, about 8 miles or so back out tomorrow. So yeah, here we go. It's my first overnight hike, and I can't wait to get going. Let me flip this camera around for you and let you see. There's the trailhead. There's a few people parked out here. Somebody's sitting in his car over here. He's probably looking at me like, what the hell is this guy doing? Let me flip the camera around. I can't see it with my polarized glasses on. So, see where I flip it. Nope, that don't do it. Huh. Okay, well, we'll get another video here in just a second. It's not marked a whole lot. I hear there's some nice waterfalls along this trail. I hear that if you go up here just a little bit and you take a right at the Y, there's a little short trail over to a nice waterfall. So I'll probably take you that way with me. And a little bit about my gear. I've got an Osprey. There's cars here. Plenty of cars here. Yep. And there's the way to get in. It's just a little small back road, little dirt road gets back here. It's about a quarter mile, 3/4 of a mile of dirt road once you get off the main road. But yeah, I'll take y'all along with me, and let's go have some fun. So about I don't know, 1/8 of a mile into the trail, there's a trail back that way. We come across this absolutely beautiful little creek. If I needed to get water here, it would be the perfect water source. There's an easy way to get down right over here. You easily walk right down here, get some water. Beautiful, clear water too. Crystal clear. We had a lot of rain earlier this week. We had a flood warning and a tornado warning back in Tuscaloosa. But we got a lot of rain, so that's where this is all coming from. So it's actually a beautiful, beautiful time to be up here on this trail. Because like I said, there's probably a bunch of waterfalls that they've said that there are here. So we're going to keep up down the trail a little bit and come over here. There's High Falls right there. It is a bit rocky. I'm not exactly sure where the trail goes from. I got to check my map. I don't know if this is a dead-end trail or not. Because I really do not want to go up that. This is beautiful. There's another. This is beautiful, y'all. I've got a stream crossing here I've got to do. So, it's not that bad. It's like there's some rocks to walk on. Might get my feet wet, but still got a long way to go. They'll dry. The trail came through there. It's not very well marked, by the way. If y'all are going to come and do the Odum Trail, it's not very well marked. You actually have to come through there or down through there. And so I haven't seen a blaze yet since the trailhead, other than a sign that said Odum Trail ahead and High Falls Trail, and that the Pinhoti was about 4 miles. But otherwise I have not seen a any kind of a blaze. So I'm using Alltrails just to, you know, kind of keep what distance I got to go, or where, you know, what direction I got to go. And it shows that I'm on the trail, and I think so because there's some stairs up there. I think I got to go across and go up those stairs. So, yeah. That was a pretty good rock scramble, really steep back there. Looks like I got another one coming up right here. So, I'll take you with me across the river here, or across the stream. Whoa. Okay, that rock moves. Yeah. Okay. Another step. You know what? All you YouTubers that do this, y'all make it look easy. It ain't easy, y'all. All right. Gotta walk on this little log here. Thank God for trekking poles. That's all I can say. All right. We did it. Now I got to go up there. So let's go up the hill. Ooh. It's a good trail. You get your trail legs on, that's for damn sure. Whew. A little muddy and slick here from the rain where it's running down. Yeah. Whew. We did it. Step. Yeah. We made it. Another view of the falls. We just came from down there. Hell yeah. All right. We'll catch up with you at the next scenic pretty thing. To the top of the stairs. There's another waterfall. There's the one we were just at. There's the top of the stairs. You don't even see it till you get over the stairs. That is awesome. Oh. Oh. Definitely got to drink some water though. That uphill is crazy. It's been all straight uphill since I left the trailhead. But that's gorgeous, y'all. It's a workout for my first trail with a pack on my back and overnight. This is a workout, y'all. Whew. Gorgeous, clear water. Look at that. Stunning. All right. The trail now goes that way. Again, still not blazed. I see no blazes anywhere. So, we're going to keep going uphill, but I think I'm going to sit down and have some water first. Yeah. So, I'll catch you later on down the trail. If it was winter, you wouldn't be able, or if it wasn't spring and the trees had all filled out, you wouldn't be able to see that, but the view over there is absolutely gorgeous. It's really kind of windy today, but it's not so bad. It's a nice breeze because it's close to 70 degrees out here today. So a little bit of sweating and the breeze hits, kind of dries you off and makes you feel good. There's where we came from. See the trail there. And here goes the trail this way off in the distance. Again, no blazes. I've seen none. When I got to the top of the waterfalls there, and I showed you that, oh, I got to go up that hill. Nope. I got halfway up that hill and I looked back behind me at the waterfall and I noticed another set of steps over on the opposite rock wall. So I had to go back down the hill and go up those steps. And it led me into this. And this is what it's looked like ever since. Just a trail up on the hillside. It's been a steady uphill climb, but not as bad as those steep rock scrambles back at the beginning. Those were tough. Those made me question why I did this. I know one thing, I gotta quit smoking. But yeah, I'm fine now. keeping a decent pace out here. Reports on Alltrails said that this part of the trail was overgrown, and I haven't seen it. There's been some vines like you see here, occasionally stick out along the trail, and your trekking pole gets snagged on it. But you know, it's nothing that you can't deal with. A couple of deadfalls like this one here. But yeah, it's not as overgrown as Alltrails says it is. I think somebody's been out here and maintained it a little bit since then. So we'll keep on hiking, and we'll see what we come across farther on down the trail. So yeah, the Alltrails app said, all the reports that I've read from the last 3 years said the trail was overgrown. People had to turn back. There was a lot of bushwhacking to be done if you wanted to hike it, and it looks like somebody did all that bushwhacking. Sorry about the wind noise, y'all. I don't know how bad it's coming through the mic or not. I'm using my phone to record. I've got to get a better camera. I think I'm going to invest in a GoPro, but even then it'll probably still get wind noise. Just can't stop that with some mics. So yeah, it's not a bad trail. It's still going uphill. Right now I'm kind of on a level spot, but the expected elevation still shows I've got quite a few more feet to go over. Oh, got a deadfall here. Okay, I'll step over that. Oh, there we go. Oh look, there's a snail shell. Huh, isn't that something? First one of those I've seen out here. Views are still terrific out here to the left. There's some much higher peaks way over there. I don't know what those are, but they're actually way higher than I am. So here we are, but I will be. That's the first marker I've seen since way back at the waterfalls. 3 miles or so. No blazes in this trail. There's points where it was kind of overgrown. I just came out of that, and a lot of deadfalls, and you really had you wondering where the trail was. You could kind of make it out. It wasn't really defined, but yep, looks like we're on the right path to the Pinhoti Trail. It says right there. I just came off the High Falls Trail there. The Odum Trail goes this way, and we will head that way. So it's been an uphill climb. Right now this looks like a good downhill for a little bit, but it has been steady uphill since I started this trek. So yeah, if you're doing this trail, also make sure you pack more than a liter of water. Definitely make sure you pack more than a liter of water. I should have guzzled that liter back at the waterfalls and refilled back there, because there hasn't been a water source since. So just a word of warning, heads up. I'm sure once I get over to Pinhoti it'll be a little different. It's a more well-maintained trail, so hopefully I'll run into some water source over there. But yep, here we go. Oh, downhill. I love it. I love it. Oh, it feels good to actually be going down again. So I was believing that this was a mountain with no top, honestly. So I will catch up with you when I find something else interesting that I think you might like to see. Ooh, everyone. I found a water source with a nice camping area up here. There's a couple of backpackers up there. I met them on the way up, and looks like a decent little water source here. Probably, let me see. Yeah. It looks clean enough. It's clear. Don't really want to step in it, but there's like nowhere to reach to get the water. So but I need water, so sorry about the crunkling bottle. These smart water bottles crinkle a lot, but they work. they hold water. Oh man, that is cold water too. All right. Put my Sawyer on there. My water filter. And I can have some nice, clean, filtered water. All right, come back up. Oh, look, there's more people. All right, I've made it to the Pinhoti Trail. I'm here. It goes right off that way, and that tree right over there is the first blue blaze. You can kind of see it. My pack's on the ground. I took it off. I've gone 3.3 miles up the Odum Scout Trail. That was a climb, let me tell you. I found a water source. Of course, you saw me filling up at the water source over there. So, yeah, there's a nice little campsite here. There's a fire ring over here. Lots of nice level ground to put a tent on for the night. I don't want to put it right here because this is the intersection of the trails where I'm standing. But yeah, nice little fire ring over there. More flat ground to camp on. It's kind of secluded from the wind. I mean, it's windy, but it's going over my head. It's not going down here ground level much. I mean, a little bit, but you know, it's not like it was back on the trail back there. So yeah, we're gonna keep heading north. We still got plenty of daylight left. The sun's still high in the sky. It's only about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4:30. So got about 3 hours of sunlight left. That ought to be enough to get me closer up to Mount Cheaha so that I can camp there, summit tomorrow, and hike back. So, yep, let's do it. Little break is done. Had me a tuna creation, bit of water, and I'm gonna head on up here to the Pinhoti Trail and see where that takes us. You know what? I probably should go fill my water back up because I did drink some of it. Yeah, let me go do that. Okay, now we're back. There's our first blue blaze of the Pinhoti. We're right back where I was when I said, let me go fill up my water. Got a fresh liter of water out of the spring over there. Oh my God, it is good water. Fresh, straight out of the spring. And the first thing we come across in the Pinhoti is, of course, a deadfall. All right. Okay, we're off. Still got some daylight left. Looks like it's going to be a good hike. So yeah, I had some tuna and some water. Met a couple of other hikers. They were doing a different loop trail that includes part of the Pinhoti. Pretty neat. Nice people. So far I've met 3 or 4 people along the trail today, and they're all pretty nice people. Very helpful when it comes to what's up ahead, what they left behind. This trail already is so much better than that other one. But it probably has had a lot more footsteps on it than that other one. Another little campsite there. It's pretty nice. Another one over there. That's more campsites in this last quarter mile than I've seen. Not even quarter mile than I've seen in the last 3 miles of the other trail. I saw one campsite on the other trail. And it was way back at the beginning after you get off of the waterfalls. and you go about a quarter mile and there was a big camp area there on the right. Otherwise, there was nothing along that other trail. No water sources, no campsites, nothing. So just be prepared if you want to do the Odum Trail to the Pinhoti to Mount Cheaha. Fill up with water before, because you're not going to find it till you get to the Pinhoti Trail. This is kind of rough, but at least somebody's cut around it all. Ooh, that wind. Oh, look at that view though. Oh. Wow. I really should be using my trekking poles right now. I've got them in my other hand. I'm using them, you know, one-handed. Because I'm filming on my phone. I think I'm going to invest in a GoPro. Just because I can put selfie stick, or I can actually mount it to one of my trekking poles. Even then, still, I'm still using one trekking pole to walk. Oh, look at the pretty flowers. Is it cute? Yeah. Pretty little wildflowers. The wind is causing my nose to run. This is kind of downhill. This is so much nicer than all that uphill, uphill, uphill. That last trail was completely uphill. It was like the mountain that had no top. So, yep, this is the Pinhoti Trail, y'all. As soon as I see more interesting stuff, I'll let you know. Till then, I'm going to keep hiking. Wind is crazy. Look at that. Seems to be a fire down there somewhere. Look at that view. Oh. This is what it come up here for. This is what we come up here for. This is why. That view. Stunning. Absolutely beautiful up here. This is nuts. This is crazy. Whew. I'm definitely not going to make it to the summit of the mountain tonight. There's just no way. But still on the Pinhoti, and this is what it looks like. Like this. Can't even hardly tell where the trail is. And rocks. It's been this way since the last video. Or last segment. I'm not gonna say last segment. It's been this way since then. Nothing but rocks. And this is why I will not make the distance I was planning on making today, because this is insane. I'm feeling fine, don't get me wrong. I feel like I could go for hours upon hours, but the sun says differently. And I'm trying to get to a point up here, I guess about a mile away, maybe a little more. It says there's some campsites on Far Out app, or Gut Hook, but it used to be Gut Hook. And wow, it's gonna be a struggle to get there by dark. And I hope there's actually campsites there. Not like the last thing on the map that said a campsite. It was just a little rock shelter. A little shelter from the wind with a little fire pit built behind a rock. I need something better than that. But yeah, so if not, then I'm gonna have to turn around in these rocks and go back and night hike back to the other campsite, and I'll just have to cut my trip shorter than what I expected. Oh look, there's a water source. Huh. A little bit of one, but a water source nonetheless. Huh. Cool. Oh. Yep. So that's the situation we're in right now. I may end up having to night hike back to the intersection of the Pinhoti and the Odum Trail in order to camp for the night. If there's no campsites up here that are like tent campsites. I'm hoping there is, because that's the boundary of the state park and the national forest. So I'm kind of hoping there is. This is crazy. Welcome to the Pinhoti Trail. It sure has a way of welcoming you, doesn't it? Alright, well, I'll let you know when I get to the campsite, and we'll see what's the actual sunset, but that is still pretty enough. And you can actually see town lights way down there. Still on the Pinhoti. I've got less than a mile to go to the campsite. Far out / Gut Hook says that it is a tent campsite with a fire ring, so I should be good to get there. Hopefully it's not full of people. I'm sure I'll find a spot. But yeah, beautiful view from up here at sunset. Probably have to break out my headlamp soon because it's starting to get dark out here. So as you can see, I'm doing a little night hiking tonight. Got my headlamp on. It lights things up better than what the camera's picking up, honestly. But I can see really well with this. It's 1100 lumens, so it's a pretty bright headlamp. And yeah, I've got about probably about 0.3 miles or so, 0.2 miles to the campsite. Met a couple that were hiking, and they told me that it's right up here. They told me what to look for and where it's at. So I suppose, there's a blaze. He said I go through a marshy area, and then it's like right after that. And there's a blaze on the tree. Taking the right trail. So yeah. So that's the situation I'm in. I did not make it as far tonight as I had hoped to do today. But being my first trip, I can't complain. That was the toughest 5 miles I think I've ever walked in my entire life. That was insane. Another deadfall. So yep, I will talk to y'all when I get to camp. So I made it to a campsite. There's another tent almost right next to mine, so I can't be really loud. I'm cooking my dinner. Yay. It's a mountain house lasagna with meat sauce, and it's ready for me to make. So let me turn that off. There we go. And pour that in there real quick. I can't do this one-handed, I'm sure. Nope. Yeah. Okay, give it a second here, y'all. I gotta give that 5 minutes. So here I am inside my tent. It's just a little place. I'll put my cozy back in here because I don't need it. Let my tent, or let my pot cool off out there. And yeah. I only made it about 5 miles today. I really underestimated the difficulty of this trail. So, let me flip this camera around. Hold on, y'all. So, I made it about 5 miles. Here I am in my tent. That was a really, really long day. I didn't get into the campsite till about 7:30. There's another camper set up here, so I got to be kind of quiet. Yeah, it was loud. It was bad. It was, that was the roughest 5 miles I've ever done, ever in my entire life. I can't imagine, but I'll get better, and I'm not gonna make it to my destination that I wanted. So I'll probably get up in the morning a little early and go to McDill Point. I'm gonna call off the summit attempt because it's a long way back. A long way back. And that was, for a first time trek, that was beyond what I expected, you know. So it's not a failure, you know. 5.5 miles isn't a failure for your first time, especially on the trail. I underestimated the difficulty here, for sure, and I kind of thought I could do more than what I could, and I really couldn't. So, you know, I'll get better, and I'll continue to try harder. But you know what? 10 miles round trip overnight, nothing to sneeze at, and I have a good time, and I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying nature, and I've met some pretty cool people, you know. Didn't get to know them, but they seemed pretty cool, and they were all really friendly. So yeah. So I'm gonna eat my food, and I'm probably gonna crash in my sleeping bag, and I'm going to sleep because I'm tired. So hey, good morning, everyone. So here I am. I made it to camp late last night, as you saw. It's next morning. It's cold. Not super cold, but it's in the, I'm going to say it's in the upper 30s. I've got some water boiling here. Right over here, there was another gentleman, another hiker sleeping when I got here. And I didn't want to wake him up. And I was trying to be super quiet, trying to set up the tent and everything. And woke up, we both got up about the same time this morning, and we got to talking, and he's the same age I am. He's from Florida, and he's section hiking the Pinhoti. So he said his name was Ron. And so Ron, if you're watching this, man, it was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you very much for that coffee. I'm heating up the water for it right now. So let me get the water's ready to go. So let me make the coffee, and I will get right back at you when I'm back on trail. So this is where I camped last night. Here's my tent. I'm packing up camp as we go here. Had a nice little fire ring. I got in about 7:30. The trail is right over there. I don't know if you can kind of see it through the little weeds and stuff here. But yeah, there's the trail right there. So it's right off trail. It goes back that way. That's the way I came in. Back down that way. I've got to go back down that way here in a little bit, and there's a water source right down there at the bottom of the hill, and I'm going to go down there, grab some more water, and I think I'm going to go, it's about a mile or so up that way, is McDill Point, and I will probably go up there and go to McDill Point, maybe go a little farther. I don't know. I heard there's a plane crash up there a little past McDill Point or around it somewhere. A historic plane crash, so I might go check that out. But yeah, as you can see, the sun is just starting to come up here, and a little bit of wind this morning. You can kind of hear it. It's not windy here at the ground. Maybe the slightest of breeze down here, but you can hear the sound of the wind up on the ridge, which if you look over here, you'll see the ridge in the background. We were walking yesterday all along that ridge from all the way back as far as you can see down there. About 3/4 of the way up that ridge, all the way around here, until I got to just about over there, right about there in the center of the screen. And then it comes down the hill and it comes back around a little bit and then kind of loops back towards me a little bit and then back up this way and up the hill on this side. So there's a little valley there between that ridge and where we're at now. And that's where I got to go back down to get my water. And then I'll hike back up this way and up the hill there. You can kind of see the trail between those two trees, kind of right in the center. There's the trail. And it goes on up to McDill Point, which is a beautiful lookout area. And it ought to be a beautiful morning. It's no clouds in the sky whatsoever. By the time we get up there, the sun will be up above the mountain ridge over there where you can see it's coming up now. Absolutely stunning morning. It's a little chilly. Got my hoodie on, or my puffy on, and I'm going to be hiking in that for a little while until it warms up a little bit. Temperatures today aren't expected to be as warm as yesterday, but should be all right. I mean, once you get hiking, you get warmed up. I had some of Ron's coffee that he gave me. Thank you so much, man. That stuff was amazing. You weren't lying about it waking you up, and you never would have known that it was instant coffee. I've never really been an instant coffee fan, but I am now. If you're watching this, please comment down below and tell me the name of that again, so I can try to order some, because that is some awesome instant coffee. It's even good black, and I normally don't drink black coffee either, and that was amazing. Maybe it's just being out here in the trail and not having the luxuries of home that makes it so good, but either way, it was great, and thank you so much. It really made my morning. On the trail, got going, and here I am heading down. Took a little side trail here. This is where I wanted to come to this morning. It's called McDill Point, McDill Lookout. Looks like an interesting little place. Figured I'd come down and check it out. And on the way back, there's a little something I can show you there too as well. Oh my. Wow. Wow. That is amazing. Whoa. There's the ridge line we got to hike back on. About 3/4 of the way up, all the way down to that low point right there between the two pine trees. Yeah, that's the trail I came in on yesterday. Whoa. That is something else right there. I don't know that I'm going to go much farther today than what I have. I mean, I still got plenty of time. It's still really early. I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, that is awesome looking. So, yep, this is McDill Point. On to the next place, it looks like. Hey, so the little side trail that takes you out to McDill Point. Along the side trail, there's also an interesting thing to see out here. It's an old plane crash. They say from the 1940s, I think. It's just an old plane crash. There's pieces of it left. There's actually some more too on a rock just before you get to the cutoff for this side trail. But yeah, I don't know any details about the plane crash, anything about it at all. I don't think it was Trevor Jacobs' plane. Those of you who know what I'm talking about get a laugh out of that one. But yeah, an old plane crash out here in the middle of the woods. They say, I think 13 plane crashes have happened out in this area over the years. This is one of the older ones. I would reckon that whoever crashed this plane probably did not make it. At least that would be my best guess. It doesn't appear to be in very great shape. There's the tail number, part of it. Pretty cool. Just another thing you see along the trail. Plane crash about a quarter mile away, farther up the hill in these rocks. The rest of the plane is down that way about a quarter of a mile, straighter in the center of the screen there. And there's part of it up here. And not exactly sure how this got up here, but I'm thinking somebody brought it up here as part of a makeshift shelter or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's the rest of the plane, or at least part of the rest of the plane up here. Right, here we are. We're going uphill again, and look at this rock scramble I've got to go up on the trail. This is insane. Okay, we gotta get up there. All right, that's what we'll do. Got to remember, I got to come back down this later. I don't know that I'm going to go much farther today. It's about 10 o'clock. And if it takes me as long to get back to the trailhead as it took me to get this far, it'll be just about dark when I get back. So I really shouldn't go a whole lot farther. Yeah, I just had to see this. They said there was a scenic area up ahead, and I had to see it. Very scenic. All right, I'm gonna keep moving. The scenic view that the Far Out app said was here, and I find something really interesting here. I think I've identified what this is. It may not come through on video very well, but if you look right out here and you see that white developed area, looks like it's got a little tower behind it right there. That is Talladega Speedway. Pretty cool. I don't know what that white area is behind it, but I know that that area in front, the more wide area, is Talladega Speedway. That is really cool. I'm looking to, I believe, the north. The wind's a little strong. It's not bad. It's just a breeze today compared to yesterday. That was crazy wind. But if you listen real close, you can hear the sound of cars far away. As long as the wind's not getting it. And I don't know where the cars' sounds are coming from because I don't see any roads. I mean, there's one little dirt road like right let's see, there's the tree right here. Just above that tree, you can kind of see a line where there's a road there. Like right there. But I haven't seen any cars go down that road, so I don't know where the sound of cars is coming from. I know that on the other side of the speedway over there is the interstate, but I wouldn't think the sound of the interstate would be traveling this far. But still, I mean, you can hear the cars from up here. Like, they almost sound like jet planes flying over, but they're not. It's really interesting. I could just stay up here. I really could. If I didn't have obligations, job, all the normal life stuff, I could just live out here. This is absolutely beautiful. We're back in the rocks. This is what I went through last night in the dark with my headlamp on, trying to find a trail. As you can see, it's kind of tough to see it even in the daytime. It's I lost it a couple of times last night in the dark. Ended up walking around in circles for a little bit just off the trail. So, because it's just not well marked, and you would think for a, you know, a national scenic trail that, you know, the blazes would be more prominent, more frequent, and they're not. The only way I found my way back to the trail last night, after getting lost on it, was because of this cut log. Well, no, I take that back. I remember going through this cut log last night. Now, there was another spot up here where I came down and you just could not see where the trail went. And I wandered straight off into the woods. See, there's a blaze, but you can hardly see it. Climbing uphill over these rocks sucks, y'all. Whew. Yeah, that's my trekking poles hitting on the rocks. We now entering the Cheaha Wilderness of Talladega National Forest. Absolutely beautiful down through there. We're up on that side ridge that I showed you this morning from the campsite. My campsite was right over there on that other ridge on a flat spot. Oh. Yep, this is where we're at. And I've got another 2-3 miles of what you see right here, and it does get even worse. Just giant piles of rocks with no marked trail on them whatsoever. And you just got to get across them. And it kind of really sucks. That's the other place I lost it at last night, was up on the hillside, up near closer to the top of the ridge up there. Yeah, that's how high up. We'll end up there and then walking along this ridge line. Yesterday was so windy, ridiculous windy. Today is beautiful. It's sunny. I'm going to say right now it's in the 50s. So while you're moving, you don't get really cold. When you stop for a bit, chill starts to set in a little bit. And there's the slightest of breezes, but nothing major. Not like yesterday. It's not going to be an easy hike out, but it's going to be probably easier than yesterday. Plus that initial 3 miles or so will be all downhill. So I'll be looking forward to that part. Till then, we'll just keep navigating rocks. I'll see you a little farther on down. So, one, looking back towards where I came from, see the rocks on the hillside way over there? If you go a little bit to the left of that, you can kind of see a little bit of rocks sticking out there. That's where we were at this morning after I started up. That's the point that I was out on where I got the really good view. And then I went around that point and around the other side of that hill over there. And I got the very last view that I got. Then I walked all the way back around along the front side of that hillside over there, down into the valley, and back up across this ridge that we're on now. And this is what I just came through. When I say lots of rocks and hard to find the trail, it's really hard to find the trail here. There's a blaze on a tree way off in the distance there. I don't even know if you can see it. That's the blaze. So you've got to navigate through this without a marked trail. And you finally kind of find it down here. You can kind of see where the trail goes this way, but otherwise it's all just rocks. So that's what we're facing, and I just came out of that. And I think this is the trail up here, but I don't see any blazes. Wait a minute, there is one on a tree way over there. So yep, the trail now goes up these rocks. So when I say I underestimated this trail, I did not realize it was like this. This is definitely more for the more advanced backpackers. It's definitely not for beginners like myself. But I'm getting there, and I ain't giving up. It's not in me. So, I will catch up with y'all in just a little while, later on down the trail when I stop for lunch. Hey y'all. So, I'm about 2 miles from the car. Oh, going under a deadfall here. Oh, okay. And hiking on back. I'm at the top of the mountain with no top. That's what I call it. Because it is, either direction you're coming from, it's just a long uphill climb. And yeah, so I had a little incident earlier. I stopped at that little campsite with the four corners where the Pinhoti and the Cheaha Silent Trail and the Odum Trail, and I can't remember what the other one is that comes in here. No, it's just those three. And stopped there, had lunch, about 35-40 minutes. When I got there, I dug in my pocket to get my vape mod out, and there was no vape mod in my pocket. I had stopped a mile previous and sat it down on a rock and refilled my water bottle and put my pack back on. At least I thought I sat it down on a rock. Put my pack back on and started heading back down the trail. And a mile later I get to the camping area there, took lunch, and my vape wasn't there, and it's like there's no way I'm walking back an entire mile uphill in all those heavy rocks to get it. Took my pack off, and in between my shoulder straps, right behind my neck, was my vape. Somehow I did rode there all the way. So yeah, I got it back. And this trail is bad. It needs to be cleared a little bit. But so I'm almost back. I'm actually on the High Falls Trail, which takes me back to the waterfalls, and should be there in a short period of time. Looks like I'm chasing some weather. The clouds are rolling in, getting kind of darker, blotting out the sun up here, so hopefully it doesn't rain. But I'm gonna keep on marching, and I will catch up to you when I get back to the car. All right, y'all, look what I found. I'm almost back to the car. Almost back to the trailhead now. I'm up above the falls, so I've still got to go down the rock scramble to get there. And the stairs. There's actually some stairs there too, but there's a lot of rock scramble to get up to them. Pretty steep one too. But yeah, I have made it. What a 2 days. This has been an amazing weekend. Let me get back up here on the trail. And let's walk down to the top of the stairs together. This has been a great weekend. I've met a lot of fellow hikers. Ron from Florida, he gave me that coffee this morning. Amazing, amazing person. He was my neighbor last night. Yeah, we both got up at the same time, and I came out, and I'm like, man, I hope I didn't wake you up when I came in. He's like, man, you got in late, didn't you? I was like, yeah. He said, I heard you when you came in, but nah, you didn't wake me up. I'm like, cool. And we stood there and talked while we were pulling up camp. He kind of left a little ahead of me. He's doing a section hike of the Pinhoti Trail. And he was about to finish up his section that he came for this time. Wow. This is the trail, y'all. This really is the trail. So yeah, he's a really cool guy, and I hope he's watching. If you do, thank you again for the coffee. That really gave me a kick this morning. And I made it. My first overnight trip out, and I made it. I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish with it, but it's not a failure. It is 100% a success. I learned what I'm capable of right now. I've learned what I need to work on. Learned a little bit about what I need to maybe upgrade in my pack or take out. So it was a total success. And I'll be back because I do want to go to the summit of Cheaha, or Cheaha, or however we say it around here. I don't know. There's the stairs. This is nuts, y'all. Sorry about that. It cut off on me. I've recorded so much that my phone storage is filled. So, going down the stairs to the falls. Ooh. Ooh. How y'all doing? Hey, y'all are going uphill. You got it. Ooh.
Have a good day.
Hey, you too. Yeah, see what I'm saying about the rock scramble here. Oh. This is tough. Oops. I have to grab that when I get down here. Whoa. Never mind that. No worries, y'all. Just a little slip. I caught myself on a little tree here. Oh, shit. Oh, there's the falls. That was dumb. Oh. Oh. Wow. Now, I've got to get across over there. It's for my only stream crossing of the entire trip. Right there. So I'm going to put the camera down to do this one because I don't really want to fall in that water. It's pretty cold. But I think before I do this crossing, I think I'm going to grab some water. I'm going to sit down and have a good drink. So I'll see you on the other side. All right. I made it across. That's where I came down from, up there. There's the falls. Beautiful little pool there. There's the stream crossing I had to do. I managed to do it with only getting 1 foot wet. This one, yeah, it's wet. Now I got to go up there. This is pretty. All right. Let's do this. Ooh. You know something though? This isn't the way I came the first time.